Oh, this manga is tight.
Tight, yeah!
Raise your hand. Who likes kaiju? You know, fellas like Godzilla, Gamora, and Big Bird. That's right. Everybody does. Big monsters fighting and throwing themselves in the buildings. It's one of life's many joys that brings a tear to my eye and a smile to my little goblin face. Luckily, we got a cool manga about them. Here's why Kaiju number 8 is great. Kafka Hibino, the protagonist of this manga, is a kid with big dreams. He dreams of joining the Japan Defense Force with his crush, Mina, to eradicate all kaiju. However, we see Kafka, age 32, working as part of the Kaiju Disposal Unit, the ones that clean up the remains of kaiju that died during battles against the Japan Defense Force. And Mina was the one to join the Japan Defense Force, making a big name for herself, being the 3rd Division captain in the Japan Defense Force. One night, Kafka is helping out a new recruit clean up some kaiju guts. So the Yoju attacks them and injures both of them. Oh! Luckily, Mina steps in, saves them. And as they are in the hospital, Kafka is visited by a little creature that rushes straight into his mouth, ultimately turning Kafka into a kaiju. Now that he can turn into a kaiju and keep his consciousness as well, he decides to use his newfound power to join the Japan Defense Force. But there's just one problem. He's a kaiju, and but that won't stop Kafka from joining Mina in the Japan Defense Force. First off, Kafka's kaiju design is fantastic. Oh, spicy meatballs. Dare I say it's iconic. It's filled with so much detail and it just looks so badass. Same goes for the art design. Like, every chapter is so well drawn and the detail is beautiful. But before I hop over to the protagonist and the characters, my favorite part of this manga is the humans having to use material or body parts from kaiju as weapons to, fight off the kaiju. It's just like, it's a really cool idea. From the armor they wear to the ammo they use in their guns, it really shows the creativity from the author. It reminds me how devil hunters from Chainsaw Man use contracts with devils to fight other devils. It's really unique and I dig it a lot. It's good. It's good. When people wear the kaiju suits, they have the potential to bring out the suit's power, enhancing their strength and speed. The potential is usually out of 100%, so that is how power scaling is done in this manga. So the more potential you are able to bring out, that shows how strong you are. Kafka is a great protagonist. It was really impressive how Naoya Matsumoto, again, sorry for mispronouncing the name, but he's the author of the manga. He made Kafka incredibly likable within the first 2 chapters. Well done, dude. Well done. Naoya said he wanted him to be a character where when he shows up, everything is going to be alright. And you get that with Kafka. He is a charming oaf and at times can be really useful when he's not in his kaiju form, because he knows the ins and outs of kaiju because he was cleaning up their guts when he was working in the disposal unit. So this gave him time to learn the anatomy of kaiju. So, he's got the big brain. He's got the big brain. He has a cool friendship too with the new recruit Ichikawa. Just their relationship is pretty funny and they have some good moments between each other. They've got a good bond going on. Every time Kafka transforms into his kaiju form, it always feels earned, and you can't help but get excited. gets you hyped. His transformations are used sparingly, so it's like, you know, it's always, oh, it's good shit when he's like, "Grr." The man stands on business. He stands on business. Let me tell you, I'm rooting for Kafka. Like, this dude deserves to reach his goals. I can't wait to see it. Ooh. Then we got Mina, who she's great. She's the one everybody looks up to. She's got this giant gun, and she just blasts kaiju away with it. Boom, boom. And she's got like this giant pet tiger that she just kind of uses like support when she's firing her gun. So it's like, so she doesn't go flying off a building or something. It's so cool. Oh my gosh. And we got the main villain so far. He goes by Kaiju number 9. He's a pretty decent threat. You know, he has a neat and creepy design. You just really want to see him get his tuchus beat. He's a real son of a bitch, that motherfucker. And that leads me to the designs of the kaiju, which freaking kick ass. You can clearly see the inspiration from previous kaiju in other Godzilla movies. The kaijus are categorized by fortitude, like, you know, fortitude 1 to 10. And it starts out with Yoju, which are the little guys, and then you got your Hanju, which are like the medium-sized boys. And then lastly, you got Kaiju, or Dai Kaiju, the Giga Chads. You got your big ants, you got your big birds, like Rodan. And even a little cameo from a kaiju that looks like Godzilla. It's got everything. Honestly, all the characters are pretty darn decent. Well done. Seriously, check out this manga. The anime for it is coming out soon. And it's a good time to start reading. So, let me know what you thought about it down in the comments below. Give it a read. And I will see you in the next video. Toodles!